Hi guys. My hair's sticking out. Hi. I just wanted to take a minute to jump on. I know I haven't done a live in a little bit. I've been trying to get this whole YouTube channel thing figured out. But I wanted to just take a minute because we've been talking so much about the universe clearing stuff out of your way and making room for other things. And I wanted to just share. I wanted to share something I thought was funny that happened. Um, and then I wanted to share a little bit of process. So I have a friend who is, hi Allison. So I have a friend who is used to live in the city where I lived and then moved away. But we both go back to the city and to work for different things in our jobs. And we always try and meet up. We always try and meet up. And every time we try and meet up for lunch, because neither one of us lives there anymore. So every time we're there at the same time, we try and meet up. And there's always some crazy, wacky thing that happens to keep us from meeting up for lunch. And so this time, because I just had come back from California recently. And so this time there was like, the walls were leaking water and there was water pouring into the place where he was staying. And I felt very badly for the person whose home that was damaged. But at the same time, I had to just laugh because, and I feel bad because I'm sure it was just a shitstorm of people trying to like get all that figured out. And I certainly wouldn't want it to be, happen to anybody, but just, I had to laugh at just the extreme links that the universe was going to keep us from having lunch. And I just thought, well, clearly we're not supposed to do that anymore. So I thought to myself, well, I'm just not going to bother with, worrying about having lunch the next time I'm out there. But I just thought it was so funny because we keep talking about how the universe is clearing things out of your way and clearing things out of your way. And when the universe seriously wants to, hi Renee, when the universe is really serious about clearing things out, the walls will leak water and fill with water, and they were like swelling, and the water was pouring down the walls, and the outlets were going because the walls were just filled with water. And I just thought, this is probably the third time that it's happened when we were trying to meet up, and it just didn't work out because I wasn't paying attention to the other times when the universe said, yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. So we're going to make something to happen so that you don't meet for lunch. And then I don't think this is a good idea. And I clearly was not getting the message. So we were going to meet for lunch and then just kablam. So I'm so grateful that it was not my kablam, first of all. And second, and that gave me a giggle as well, because then I figured the universe loves me so much that I wasn't getting the message, and clearly a kablam was needed, and yet the kablam was not on my head, and I was very grateful for that. So, hey baby. So I was very grateful for being far from the kablam, and I was grateful too that my friend it was not his kablam, but yet he was Kablam-adjacent. So I think, when we don't take those messages from the universe, then, they get louder and stronger and louder and stronger, and then you get kablam. So I was laughing because I've been talking to people for like since November and December and January, about that the universe is trying to clear things out of our path. The universe is trying to clear things away to make space, to make opportunity, to open doors. And we hold on to those things. And then we get kablam. So I was having that. So then I felt a little bit. Allison, are you feeling kablam adjacent? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I hope you're not kablam adjacent. I am. Then I felt a little bit guilty, and then I started to look at, because kablam adjacent protects you. So yay. Or you're just laughing at my comment. But that does protect us, and it reminds us how much the universe loves us and how much the universe has our back when we are not the kablam-y, we are kablam adjacent. But at the same time, we have now to take stock of why there was a kablam in the first place. And that's where it gets hard, right? That's where it can get hard. So I wrote this. I'm going to read this. I wrote this on another page of women that I participate in. When the question was asked, how are you feeling? And I don't often dive into stuff like this because I know I don't have the time to go back and participate often in long drawn out conversations. So I am, looking in there for, I'll do the self reflection, but I'm not often, open to posting all of that on Facebook. So, but I did actually, because this is a private group with women that are part of our global sisterhood. And so I put in there when the question was asked, how are you feeling? And I said, I'm feeling strengthened with moments of guilt, and I'm beating myself up a little bit because I felt guilty that someone had been kablammed because of me. I know that these things have happened to move me forward, and I am beyond grateful for that. Yet to continue means letting go and also digesting the pain that I have allowed and permitted in my past. So when we are really looking at, now I have to let go. And it is, we can understand that pattern that we give our power away, we let others control the narrative, we hold on to that pain, even though we know it's Kablam-adjacent, we hold on to that because we know that it is familiar and it's comfortable in its uncomfortableness. Is that a word? It's comfortable in its discomfort. That's what I want to say. And so, but it's still that when we get to that, the pain of change is better than staying where we are, then we'll change. So there is that place where we're uncomfortable, but it's familiar. And so people talk about, oh, the better the devil you know, but we're comfortable with our discomfort, and so we stay. So we have to move. We have to release the things the kablam is saying, don't go back there anymore, or the next kablam is going to be on you. Let go of those things, move forward, and step away from the catastrophe so that you don't get any on you. I don't want to get kablam on me, okay? And we can understand, when we understand the pattern, then we can end it, we can change it, and we can move forward in a better way. So it doesn't mean it's easy. It's not. It's not. I mean, this guy's been my friend for 25 years, and he's been a great friend for 25 years, and he's just going through his own whatever stuff, and he needs to go through it over there. And I will always love him. There will always be love in my heart, but he needs to go through his stuff over there and deal with his kablam and leave me. I'll just be over here far, far away from kablam. But I know that I need to be gentle with myself. I did make the best choices I could make, with best intentions and things like that. And to be, to remind myself to be grateful for the experiences that we have in going through all these things. But we want to remember the good parts. We want to release the bad parts, and we want to take the lesson so that the next time I go out to LA and I say, hey, I should try and schedule time in my crazy schedule when I'm out there for a lunch, I can remember not to get close to the kablam. And so we have to learn the lesson. That doesn't mean he and I can't still be friends. We just need to be further, apart. And it will be, I don't need to write somebody off in my life in this case, but I also know that I need to create more of a distance there for myself, for my own self-protection, so that I stay away from the kablam zone. And I think it's really important because we give people the benefit of the doubt, especially as empaths, because we can feel, and we give people the benefit of the doubt. We give people the benefit of the doubt, and we give people the benefit of the doubt. And then to be able to protect ourselves comes last. And so when you see that kablam coming and it's getting closer to you, stop and take that minute and look at the situation with fresh eyes and understand that I don't need to ghost the guy. I just need to stay on my side of the street, and I need to stay in my lane and stay on my path. And I need to not reach out to people who are having kablams, and I need to stay over here. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's about self-protection and also listening to the signs of the universe, as the universe is trying so hard to guide us forward and show us the path. But we're so stubborn because we hold on to those things, comfortable in our discomfort. We hold on to those things And we're so unwilling to take that step away from what we know to be familiar. So here I am talking to you to remind you, take a breath, look around you at who might be Kablam-adjacent, who you might be Kablam-adjacent to, who's having their world blow up. And maybe you just need to take a step back. And maybe you need to create some space between you and that person for a while so that you can. It's hard to hear when the only voices that you're hearing are the ones around you dealing with drama. So if we can get away from the folks who are dealing with drama, then we can hear our own inner guidance better. Meditation becomes a big part of that. But when we are absorbed with everyone else and their drama, we get sidetracked onto all their paths because we get sucked into their drama, and then we get too close to their kablam. So it's really important that we take that minute and that time to take a look at who is around us, that their energy is getting on us and causing us to cavitate off of each other. And my husband and I, we talk about that all the time. We cavitate off of each other when we are, only one of us is allowed to be frustrated or aggravated at a time. It's a nice rule when it works. But we cavitate off each other. So if one of us gets upset, the other of us gets upset, and then we have trouble keeping each other calm. And so who around you is causing you to cavitate, and where do you need to step back? And again, I'm not saying that you have to ghost the person and like unfriend them and block them and just their numbers and delete everything. That's totally up to you. Only you can make that call based on whatever that situation is. And if I can help, I am here. But stepping away for self-protection and then releasing ourselves from that bullshit obligation that we have. Yeah, we've been friends for a really, really long time, but I don't have to drop my life to rescue someone else. And so in my work, I teach 3 questions, and I will teach this till the day I die because I think it is life-saving. So the first question is this my drama? Is this my problem, my conundrum, my whatever it is this mine? And the second is, do I have the power to fix it? Do I? Because sometimes the answer is yes. I could fix that. I know exactly how to fix that. But the third question, did anybody ask me to get involved in this? And that's the really important one. Did anybody ask me to get involved in this? Because we are strong women. We are fixers. We get in there. We do stuff. And if nobody asked me to fix it, think of the butterfly coming out of the chrysalis. If you help the butterfly come out of the chrysalis, you rob them of the experience and the strengthening and the squeezing of the water out of their wings that they need to survive, even though we think we're helping them. So if I jump in and I help somebody where I've not been asked or invited to participate, I'm taking something from their karma. I'm taking something from their experience and the lesson that they need to learn. So when we step away and let somebody else struggle and figure it out for themselves, I'm not saying be unkind and I'm saying, well, see ya, good luck. I'm not saying that, but part of the path and part of our evolution is the struggle. And so is it my crisis, problem, conundrum, whatever? Do I have the power to fix it? And did anybody ask me to fix it? And I'm telling you, those 3 questions are lifesavers. But as you move away, because when you start to do this, there's still that voice of guilt that comes in, and that's ego, that we say, I should. No. And so release yourself. I beg of you, release yourself from those obligations that are not even yours to start with. And it's amazing how much lighter you will feel. I wish you the most wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. I missed you both. Allison, I hope your doggy's okay. Stephanie, thanks for hopping on. I'm so sorry when I'm channeling this information. I'm not waking up for anybody else to come in. But if you want to send me a message individually, I would be so happy to try and help you. I'm so sorry for your loss of your Nana and your Papa. But if there's something that I can do, please send me a message. I'm so happy to help. And I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Hey, Tony, thanks for hopping on. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. And, please leave your comments. I'm always excited to hear from everyone, and have a great weekend. And if there's something I can do to help you clear some crap, help you stay away from the kablams, help you sort through the kablams, please let me know. I am here to help in any way I possibly can. Have a great weekend. Stay in the light. Talk to you next week.